Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me, and you'll be safe.
What's up, guys? Let's go chat today about, the future of this game, just in general, really. Doesn't matter if you're free to play, it doesn't matter if you're whale, just a, general point of the future of this game. And then also we'll chat about, the content we'll be getting here shortly. People are thinking it's General can't even talk right now. General Skywalker from the Clone Wars TV show. And just, tunes and characters that we might need that are going to be centered around that event, and tunes that you guys should be looking for the future for maybe a possible, it's not possible, it's happening, a light side GOTB really. So let's start off there, guys. All right, so we'll just start this off by going over the relics. Not going to pull it up on my screen because hopefully you guys have already seen all the videos about it. This is just me trying to my thoughts on it, I guess you could say. And honestly, I don't care about it too much. I thought I did initially, but now that I think of it, this game isn't going to be going much of anywhere if they don't introduce new game modes and open up the roster to use in other game modes, not just in the GAs and TWs. We need more raids. We need something of that sort. Relics, I don't mind too much. If it is Gear 14, let it be Gear 14. If it's going to be behind a paywall, let the whales have their little fun there, guys. I don't really care too much. Even if it does affect my arena, I'll still be fine. But look, I have 4.1 mil GP. We got to have some sort of new game mode, man. What has it been, like a year since we got like the HSTR, the Sith raid? It's been a year almost since we got the GAC and GAs, and I mean, come on, it's 2019. We got to get some new stuff, right? I would rather not see a raid every other year. I would like to see it being consistent, whether it being, a toon raid with these characters or swap over here for maybe a potential ship raid. I don't know. I would like to see a ship raid. Don't know if that's going to be a thing coming here soon. Kind of sad for me to say this, but I think CG, and I'm pretty sure that's how this has always been, is they're only focused towards adding in like these new legendaries, these new Malak type of events, and that just puts a damper on the whole thing. Really, that makes me very, very sad and depressed. Really, if you think about it, if they're only worried about getting as much money as they can with these new tunes, that's kind of sad and depressing. If they don't worry about these new content and they only focus on adding in these new, paywall type of characters that really only favor the whales, this game is not going to be going down a good direction. This has been this way, I might say, since Malak, maybe since Darth Revan. I think this game was still in good shape by JKR meta, but since these two, DR and Malak, guys, I just don't know. If they're not going to be adding anything, content-wise that is not, new character, not, just a reskin of an old game mode, this is not going to go well for the future. But with that being said, guys, my channel and me playing this game will continue until this game is on its last legs, until it is just totally down the crapper. I love Star Wars. I will continue playing this game, until I just absolutely hate Star Wars, which I'm pretty sure will never happen. I just love Star Wars too much, really. And just making videos for you guys is just a lot of fun for me. So I don't see myself discontinuing anything. I just think for, the huge player base as a whole, I think this is not going down a good direction. I think whales, the whales will always be whales. Dolphins can even really, stick around. But when you're talking about free to play, those guys are pretty much going to be dead by the time this whole next meta comes around, really. Which is kind of sad to say. I think they're already, dying off, or pretty much already dead by the second release of Malak. That whole Malak meta was just no fun at all, and it's still, going on. But this new meta, I really hope it's not going to be, too depressing. I would like it to be fun, and then, leading up with all this Clone Wars content with a new GOTB for the light side, guys, CG, you guys got to add a different game mode, man. You can't be just, cycling between these really old raids with crappy rewards, and then cycling in a GOTB with GAC. I mean, that might be a lot of content for the normal player and the average player who just likes to get in and just do their dailies. But for somebody that is avid about this game And a lot of the player base is very avid about this game and playing it, 24/7, just loving the whole ins and outs of the game, mods, characters, strat, theory crafting, all that sort of stuff. There needs to be a new game mode, or just a new raid in general, really, that can suffice their needs for those type of players. I would like to consider myself in between the lines of being kind of hardcore like those guys, and then being kind of average. And just stuff like that, really. I think that they need to be adding some sort of new game mode, guys, to just make this game last longer. I think this game will last for a very long time, but this game will be a lot more fun, a lot more, you don't feel like you're gonna just be waking up, logging in, just hating this game, like just super boring, like just sitting everything. There's got to be more purpose to the game, and I think that with new game mode, it has to be coming here, or else this game will be suffering. All right, so on to the second part of this video. We're gonna chat about who I think we'll be getting. I'll throw up a little screenshot here about the little leak or whatever it's going around on the Reddits and all that sort of stuff about what they're saying about it. I think they're saying something about they're pushing back the Mace rework with Plo rework, and also the event for Kiadi. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a marquee or maybe a different kind of legendary-esque event. I don't think it'll be that, but I think it's more of like a marquee, kind of like Shaak Ti, and I think that's gonna be pushed back for this reason. And I think it goes into it in the post or in the little message or whatever it's called, also. And they're gonna actually go out and put this legendary out with General Skywalker. I think that's going to be what's happening here. I think that's really the most likely candidate for this legendary type of event. If they are trying to make this a Malak, because this won't be the Malak. I think we're leading up to a Malak that is the equivalent of a dark side Malak. That'll be light side version of him. I think we're going to need two different teams, just like how it was for Malak. I think we'll be needing the Padme team with the Anakin that we have in game. Let's just go to this faction. So this Anakin right here, this one I have, this is not the Clone Wars during the Clone Wars TV show. This is actually episode 3. Totally different looking Anakin here. You can see he has longer hair and totally different outfit. This is the one that was in Revenge of the Sith. And yeah, I mean, not much to say about that. I just think that we'll be getting the General Skywalker. Everybody else thinks it too. And the people that are beta testing think it, or they're saying that it's going to be General Skywalker. And that's another reason why it's going to be him. What everybody's thinking is that he didn't get the 501st tag. Ahsoka did, but this Anakin didn't. So what I'm thinking is that it'll be this Anakin with Padme and some other guys. That'll be needed for one of the parts, like let's say it's like the light side equivalent of getting Malak. And that'll be, requiring Padme, this Anakin, and maybe GK, maybe some other guys. I don't know yet, but that's just the one team. And then the other team will be based around the 501st clones with this potential General Skywalker, and also with Ahsoka Tano. I think those are going to be the next two teams that you guys will be needing to farm up and trying to hit that 16,500 power. I don't think it's just a coincidence that mostly all these clones have been getting Zetas in the reworks. I think the Zetas are needed for helping you guys out with hitting that 16,500 power level for this next big, huge type of Malak event. And maybe Mace will be needed. Maybe, some of these other guys will be needed. But I think those guys are going to be serving a different purpose later on, and we'll go about that later on. But yeah, I think the ones you guys should be, if you guys want to, be looking out for getting your next light side version of Malak. I'm not sure what that'll be. Nobody really knows right now. Farm up Padme, get her up pretty good in the power levels. I think this Anakin is a safe bet right here. And then GK, Ahsoka, the clones, and Shaak Ti are all very, very good candidates. Not too sure about Mace, but then again, Mace's gear is super easy, and how you get him is just stupid. It's really easy, really. And that's kind of how I think about this. Maybe the old droids R2 and 3PO, maybe Yoda. I don't know. Not too many people else know. But this is what I think it's going to be. We're going to be getting a General Skywalker in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Maybe a little bit longer if we're lucky. But if they were to push us out and try to get in General Skywalker soon, they would do it sooner than later, really. They're trying to make everybody panic farm this chick right here, along with all the other clones. And man, guys, if this is going to be the meta with you know, Anakin for now, and then leading up to this some big, huge event later on for the Malak type. Guys, I do not want to miss this meta at all. I missed the Malak event the first time around, and I was suffering pretty hard until Padme came around. I don't want to have that same thing. I really don't. I really want to get this, especially since it's one of my favorite parts of Star Wars and the timeline in Star Wars is the Clone Wars. I just love this a lot, and I don't want to be missing on this meta. And this chick right here, Shaak Ti, is going to be the reason why I might not be getting her. So what I'm doing here, I did 25, 50. So I did 4 refreshes. So around, what is that, 500-ish energy, and that's 20 attempts every day, and I've gotten so far, what is this, 17 I like the last 3 days, so that's pretty dang good. And hopefully if she is needed down the line for this General Skywalker, I might just need to go back into the student loans and and go back in the money that I had, and might just get her. I'm not gonna try to spend too much. I think anything over 100 is kind of ridiculous, but I really want this next meta, guys, and this chick will be the reason why I'm not going to be getting it. So, I mean, on top of that, anyways, really, she is great with clones. I mean, this is a great deal regardless. So, I think Shaak Ti will be needed with some of the clones, plus Ahsoka, plus Anakin, plus Padme to get the next General Skywalker or to get the next Malak. So, that's what I think, guys. And now we'll chat about Plo Koon, Ayla, Kit Fisto, Mace, maybe Qui-Gon, and Barriss with some of these other guys. I'm Gonna Die, Eth Koth, who else? I think that's about it. And Luminara, I think I missed Luminara. And so those guys are the Jedi, and what I'm thinking is we'll be getting those guys as reworks later on around the start of the light side GOTB, and we'll be getting them around that time, similar to that of the Geo Notions and that faction. We got those guys as reworks a little bit. I'm not too sure actually. Was it before the first go round of the dark side, or was it a little bit later? Not too sure there, but with that post that we saw a little bit earlier, they were talking about saving Plo's and Mace's rework with Kiadi later on around the light side GOTB. And that makes complete sense to me, because I think that those guys, you know, Plo, Kiadi, Ayla, Kit, and all these other guys, those guys will be needed kind of like the Geos were needed. Excuse me, kind of like the Geos were needed to fight the Acolyte, and instead, not the Acolyte, will be fighting the Reek with these guys. So just think of these Clone Wars Jedi will be probably equivalent of the Geos, and then the clones and all these other guys that will be really good for the next, you know, meta. Those guys will probably be your GG teams, and maybe even better than that. I don't know. Kind of how I think about this, guys. We're going to be breaking this up into, what would that be, 3 different teams now. We get, we'll have like a Clone Wars Jedi down the line. Team hopefully around those guys. We'll get one with Padme, we'll get one with clones and with this new General Skywalker, and then later on some, you know, Malak-esque type of event, right? And that's what I think it'll be, guys. I don't want to go too much into the details of what I think the specific teams will be, because nobody knows right now. It's just pure speculation. But this is what I think it'll be, and a good chance of happening. So, guys, if you want to be on top of the game right now, be sure to get your clones up, your CT5s, your CT Echo. Not sure why I'm saying CT. Just get Echo 5s Rex all the way up in gear. Gear 12, I think, is a super safe bet. Getting Shaak Ti close to 7-star, maxing her. Maybe you guys, if you guys need to, try to buy the shipments, and later on if there's a bundle, go buy the bundle too. That's going to be probably the only really way to get her, if you guys are like me and just now starting the farm. So on top of that, with Shaak Ti, cryos. She needs, I think, 500 cryos to get gear 13, 400 I think to get to gear 11. So that's just kind of nuts. Plus the Zetas here actually are really dang good. I'm just going to save them for the time being, so we'll see what's up next in the whole content drop, just so I don't waste all these Zetas now for something better in the future. So guys, that's kind of it for today. I think the game's, you know, it's not, I'm not saying it's in a bad spot right now. I think it's in a spot where they could definitely, you know, swap how it's going to be. So on like one of those little, you know, those seesaws, you know, it could be going down one day and then it can go up the next day. I think right now it's going kind of downwards. They can just kind of go up. There's a lot of different stuff they can do in this game with content. I would like to not see so much of the character content. I would like to see more of game mode content. And don't just reskin old stuff and then slap it on saying, hey, this is something new. Don't do that. Think outside the box. Have some like new teams work on this new content. We really need it, guys. That's pretty much all of it for today. kind of my thoughts on it. I've been gone the last few days, and I wanted to get this video out on Monday. And I think that's pretty much it for my video. If you guys did enjoy it, give it a like, share, and sub for more of my videos. I think that's it. We have Discord and Patreon link. Go check out those two. It really does help my channel, guys, if you guys go check out all that stuff. And that's it for me today. I'll see you later.